Welcome. Let's get it. Let's get it. Um, that's TikTok. What's that? Instagram. I don't. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm a little rap today. Welcome. 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 All right. All right, y'all. We're gonna be good. We're running a little late today because I was on Instagram. I had Bev Middleman on. We were talking about attachment styles. Yo, it was interesting. I learned a lot. I learned a lot on attachment styles. I really did. Oh, thank you so much. Somebody say finally caught my live. So grateful. Is that I don't want to mispronounce your name. Ruchien. Um, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, but we did attachment styles. So listen, y'all. For those of you who are not in my relationship academy, if you join my communication class, you're gonna be in my relationship academy. But for those who are not, the kind of stuff that we doing in the relationship academy is amazing. It is amazing because I believe men and women can learn and grow and all of that, y'all. I'm a believer in love. I'm a believer in relationships. I believe that we all need to level up. So tonight you know what? Because I'm running behind, I had something planned. What I was gonna do was, before I go on, if you're on TikTok, I need y'all to give me some likes, y'all. TikTok. Hey, you know what? I realized TikTok's been suppressing my videos because I found out why. Because they want us to start advertising. A long time ago, TikTok was you could do some good content. The better the content was, they would show it to everybody. But now, you know what happens when everybody start getting a little taste of that money. But anyway, so y'all give me some likes. Give me some likes. Give me some likes. I got to get up to at least 1,500. Then take me to 5,000. All right. So tonight, all right, y'all. Some of y'all, this is gonna be a trigger warning. Trigger warning. But it's gonna be good though. So tonight, the name of the conversation is "So You Want Him to Lead." So I get it from a lot of women that I coach. I just want a man to take the lead. I want him to lead. I want him to lead. And so many people say, oh, somebody from Saudi Arabia, I love you too. Thank you so much. Somebody says, I want him to lead. Well, I'm going to tell you part of the reason why some men won't leave because you won't relinquish the leadership. Woo! But before I get into that, before I get into that, before I get into that, I want to know where you're checking in from and give me your name. Checking in where you're checking in from and give me your name. And tonight we're gonna have some fun. I won't get all hyped and yelling and the stuff that I do, but I might though. All right, y'all, give me some likes on TikTok. Look, all right, tell me your name and where you're checking in from. Your name, where you're checking in from. Somebody from Tennessee. Let's see. Detroit, Michigan in the building. Kylie from Ohio. Yvonne from Chicago. All right. Hattie from Fort Wayne, Indiana in the building. Triana from San Diego in the building. Yolanda Ashley. Hey, Yolanda. Omaha, Nebraska. Gloria from St. Louis in the building. Somebody from the A. I don't know who it is, but I want to know who it is from Atlanta, Georgia, my home state. Will G from Thailand in the building. Miss B from Lansdowne, Pennsylvania, PA. Jada from Florida. Freddie from Arkansas. Bill from Detroit in the building. Oh, yeah. I can't wait till we start talking about this tonight. Demetria from Atlanta, because some people ain't gonna like what I got to say. Charlene from Houston, Texas. Baltimore, Maryland. Bree in the building. Is that Creed? Creed from Seattle. Creed, I think it's Creed. I hate to butcher names, y'all. And sometimes I do, but I don't try to. All right. So on TikTok, give me the lies. All right, y'all. So I want to do this tonight, but I'm not going to take a whole bunch of time because the last what we did yesterday was amazing. And I got to tell y'all something. Ooh, y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a serious question. I got a surprise. I've been working on something for 6 months. If I told you that I could literally change your communication, if I told you I created a program that could show you how to communicate anything to anyone. If I told you that, would that be valuable to you? Would that be valuable to you? All right. And I ain't going to tell you today. I'm going to tell you tomorrow, though. Tomorrow, I am going to tell you what I've been working on for 6 months. It's literally going to change your life. I promise. So y'all tune in tomorrow because it's literally what I've been working on is going to change your life. I promise you. You know, how many of you have communication problems with somebody close to you, that there's some things that have not been said that need to be said? There's some things that maybe you haven't said to your friend, your father, your mother, a romantic partner, because you just didn't know how to say it or you didn't know how they would react. Is that anybody on here? And the relationship has suffered. Is that anybody? Anybody in your life? I imagine that is probably over 90% of us who have some relationships that have suffered because we have not communicated. So I'm not going to do what I started to do because I just don't have the time. But I want to talk to y'all just a minute. I just want to talk to y'all. I just want to talk. All right. And I got my presentation together. I might give it to y'all tomorrow. But I just want to have a conversation with everybody because I believe that we all want love. I don't care what people say in terms of, I don't care what people say in terms of, I'm not going to date anymore. I see videos. One girl said yesterday, I'm done. I don't want to date anymore. These old dusty men out there. And I said, you know what I said when I saw the video? I said, she's venting. But she's really expressing. She doesn't know why she's not in a relationship. She has to blame something. So she blames men. And she really wants the relationship. And when she says, I'm done, she's really not done. Or if she was done, when you're really done, you don't have to get on social media and tell everybody that you're done. You just be done. Because when you're really done, you don't go out saying, I'm done. But what she's doing is she's actually venting, looking for help. She's actually wondering, she has what I call a conundrum. And this conundrum is she's wondering why she is not in a relationship. And a lot of guys won't say it, y'all. They won't say it, but they're wondering why they can't find the woman for them. Now, I'm not talking about y'all guys who out here chasing, just trying to get as much sex as they can. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about guys who want a relationship just like you want a relationship. And they wonder why they have not been able to find that person, their person. Well, there is a reason, y'all, but the reason doesn't necessarily reside in the person, in me. You know what? It's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. Yes, we all have imperfections, but there's nothing wrong with you. You see, those imperfections that you have, those imperfections actually helped to perfect you. Ooh. You see, my imperfections of talking loud actually helps me to reach other people who like people who talk loud. My imperfections of the way I articulate a point helps me perfect who I am and reach the people I'm supposed to reach. You see, what you think is your imperfections are wrong. No, your imperfections are necessary. Your imperfections are necessary for the purpose by which you were created. You see, what I tell people is stop looking at you as though there is something wrong with you. Okay? And see, because when you approach it from that point of view, you actually create low vibrational energy that helps you attract more of that emotion, more of those thoughts, more of the things that are not conducive to the things that you desire. Okay? And so tonight, what I want to talk about is not what I was going to talk about. I don't even have, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about you are worthy for what you want. You are worthy for what you want. That just came to me, y'all. And somebody needs to hear this message tonight. Y'all know normally I come on with a message, but the truth is I don't have to write a message. It's already in me. It's 25 years of personal development that's in me. I can create a speech in 3 minutes, in 30 seconds if I have to, because it's already in me. The thing that you want, God has gifted you with everything you need for everything that you want. You have been gifted. And so what you don't realize is there is a man or a woman out there who is uniquely, notice that, uniquely crafted, uniquely made for you. All right? I don't believe in soulmates in the traditional sense. I don't believe it's just one person out there. And I'll tell you why my wife and I, we debate over this. And I say this, I don't believe there's one person out there. You know why? So, and I give her this scenario. Here's the scenario. I say, okay, she's like, somebody's soulmate and they were married. I said, well, okay, I got that. I said, then what if that person dies and then they remarry? And I said, well, was the first one the soulmate or the second one? And she looked at me like, you get on my damn nerves. But I'm just being honest, because what I believe is a soulmate is a person who either helps you express God's highest love, okay, express it, or helps you receive God's highest love through love. That's what I believe a soulmate is. Now, regardless of whether you believe there's one person out there for you or not, doesn't matter. Here's what I do know. I know you're worthy to have the love that you want. I know you're worthy to have the love that you seek. You see, some of us want love, and you can have it, and you're worthy of it. But you know what God is saying? He's saying that you have to prepare for it. And most of us don't want to prepare. We want the prize without the process. We want the good stuff. We want the great relationship, but we don't want to learn how to communicate. We don't want to learn how to resolve conflict, because if you're going to have a great relationship, you're going to have conflict inside of the relationship. But you don't want to learn how to resolve conflict. You don't want to learn how to understand attachment styles, like I was just going over on Instagram with Bev Middleman. She's a certified practitioner of attachment styles. And you don't want to learn that because you don't really care about any of that. All you care about is you just want to be happy. And I tell people, I said, the truth is, I say being happy is a state of being. You see, I was teaching a class on masculine and feminine energy recently. And I explained to them, I said, most people don't have a clue what masculine and feminine energy is. You know, you hear all these cliches online, and because all of us, men and women, both have masculine and feminine energy. Now, and I explained to them, that we both need both masculine and feminine energy. We both need it. I'm not going into, the depths of it, but what I did say, I said, masculine energy is the energy of doing, deadlines, of ambition, desire. Let's go get the bag, okay? Masculine energy. But then I said feminine energy is the energy of being. The energy of being a nurturer, the energy of walking in the flow of my life and my creativity. So you've got masculine energy, the energy of doing. Feminine energy is the energy of being. And so I tell people that the truth is only reason why masculine energy are a thing, because they've been around, is because the way most people don't know how to balance them in their life. That would be men and women. Men are so hard, they don't want to share their emotions, so they don't share enough feminine energy, okay? And so what happens is, and then some women believe that if I share too much feminine energy, I will be perceived as weak. The truth is, y'all, none of that is true. That's just society, and we've adopted those belief systems that are not serving us in our relationships. They're not serving us, y'all. And so what I tell people is, you are worthy, but you are worthy to the degree that you're willing to get better, to level up, to be a better version of yourself. Because God said, you're beautifully, wonderfully made. In my image, I made you. He said, so you can have, I don't care how old you are, y'all. There are people finding love at 40, 50, 60 years old. But you know what, Des? You don't want to get better. You don't want to level up, y'all. You don't want to level up. I'm just being honest. And so my wife and I was headed for divorce court 15 years ago. It wasn't until I got better at communications. It wasn't until I decided, and 70 years old, my grandmama got remarried at 71. So 70 years old too. All right. I put a relationship together, 64-year-olds, not too long ago. And so what I'm just saying, y'all, is you can't have it. God wants you to have it, but you got to be willing to do the work. You got to be willing to get better at communication. You got to be willing to get better at the things that matter. So for me, I had to get better at communication. My wife and I was headed for divorce court. I would never forget it, y'all. We couldn't communicate with each other. She didn't like me. I didn't like her. And I thought to myself that I'd made a bad decision. I'm sure she thought the same thing. But what it really was I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to share my emotions. I didn't know how to express myself, because I grew up in an environment where the men in my family, the men and my uncles and men I grew up with, you didn't express yourself because that was a sign of weakness, expressing your emotions, which I know today. And because back then, therapy wasn't a thing. If you went to therapists, they called you crazy. They like, and so what we wanted to do was sweep it under the rug. And so, y'all, nowadays that I use therapeutic techniques in my coaching, I realize that everybody needs therapy. Whether you go to a therapist, whether you come to a coach like me, but everybody needs it. Y'all, we come into this imperfect world. We're imperfect creatures, and we got to navigate it. We got to figure out how to navigate this. And we don't know how. And so, thus, you have somebody like me. You have somebody like Coach Ken who comes along. I'm not just status quo. I'm different than any other relationship coaches out there. There are some good coaches out there, y'all. There are some good coaches out there. And I'm not knocking them. But there are some bad ones too. There are some ones. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Kevin Johnson, coach in Atlanta. Great coach. Watching some of his videos recently. He's doing some dynamic things. Y'all, some good coaches out there, y'all. But by the same token, why are y'all out here listening to the people who don't want the things that you want? Who don't want you to have a great relationship? Why are you listening to them? I just don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, I digress. Last thing I want to say, I just want to say this. I'm just on here ranting right now. Not really ranting, really just trying to impart in you, just trying to edify you, just trying to help you understand that you are worthy of everything that you want. You have the ability to create the future that you want. Y'all, all you have to do is decide. All you have to do is decide. Decide that I want it. And you know what God says? I'm in lockstep with you. I agree with you. If you say you want it, then because he already told you can have it. He said you can have it. Just go through the formula, confess it. He said confess, believe, receive. But he also said something else. Do the work. He said faith without works is dead. Okay? Faith without works is dead. You get a lot of people who are, I'm a Christian, so I can say this. At church, you say, well, if God want me to have it, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He already told you. I wish that you would prosper as your soul prospers. I want you to have the desires of your heart. Now go do the work. Now when Coach Ken tells you join this communication class so you can learn how to communicate. He said, so you can learn how when you meet the guy of your dreams. So you can learn how, if you're in a relationship, how to rekindle it. And you will learn, y'all, we ain't talked in years. We ain't talked in years, but you want to rekindle that chemistry, you can. Y'all, I know what my mission is. I know what I'm here to do. I am not here to argue with other coaches. I'm not here for that. I am here to put people together until the day that I get up out of here. And for some people, I'm your coach. You just don't realize it yet. You're supposed to join my communication class. But what it is you got to invest in yourself. What it is you got to invest by doing the work. And you don't want to do that. You ain't ready for that. But that's okay. One of these days, you're going to be ready. And I'll be here. I may not be as accessible because we're growing so fast. But I always tell people, get me now. Get me now. Y'all, because some of y'all, we started our Relationship Academy recently, and we started 2 weeks ago. And y'all know I had a lot of clients. But as I moved to this transition, and y'all, and now I got 40 people in it. I'm like amazed. It's just a week and a half ago. So listen, I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I ain't gonna hold you long. For those of you who say I'm ready, I got a communication course coming up called Communicating to Get Your Needs Met. It starts on Monday. It starts Monday, December 4th. It's a masterclass that lasts 5 days. It's going to be anywhere from 10 to 13 hours of coaching. Y'all, it's going to be intense. It's going to help you learn how to communicate to get your needs met. I don't care how old you are. If you're 60, not just communicating romantically or dating in a relationship, but what about the relationship you have with your sister? That's not good. With your brother, that's not good. It's the relationship with a friend that you know you need to mend it. You know that relationship meant something to you, but you let it go. You let it go because you didn't know how to communicate. You didn't know how to express yourself. You didn't know how to say that what you needed. I'm here to help you do that. Now, because some of you have to invest in yourself, I get it. You don't want to. You'd rather go buy some red bottoms, some Jordans, and all of that. I get that. Okay? But when you get ready, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, I get that too. I'll be here. But those of you who say, Coach, I want to be better. I want to join your communication class. I'm going to invest in myself. And we have 3 more slots, y'all. If you want to, me and you can set up a 30-minute call for free. But you have to email me first, and you have to tell me write this down. You have to email me. I'm gonna give you my email address, but you have to tell me your availability this week, because I'm cutting it off this week. You have to tell me what time zone you're in, and you have to write your phone number down so I can call you. I can call you to make sure, and then we'll get on a Zoom, But you email me at Coach kencanion at Gmail. Hold on a minute. My speaker want to act up. Coach COACH Ken KEN Canion CANION at Gmail. Coach Kencanion at Gmail. For those of you who want to come, I got 3 spots left. I'm going to teach you how to be better. I'm going to prepare you for something that's coming in your life, but you don't know what it is. I don't know what it is today either, but it's coming. I know what it is, whether you're a man or woman. It does not matter. This is not gender specific. There are some men out there that don't communicate well. There's some women that don't communicate well. I put a marriage together. They got married in July. I signed their wedding certificate. But when they came to me in January, they couldn't communicate. But now they've been together 10 years, y'all. But now they're loving each other. And I said, well, what's keeping y'all from getting married? They were apprehensive at first. Well, they ended up getting married. And now, of course, I just said, I expect it. I expect you to meet the right person. I expect you to get in a relationship. I expect you to get married. You ain't got to trust me, but trust the process and trust God. Because he said, I will send the people. I will send the people that can help you. Because a lot of you been praying for it. A lot of you been praying for the thing, and I'm right in front of you, but you can't see it. You know why? Because it don't look like you think it should look. So that's what I'll say. I'll say, reach out. Coach Kencanion at Gmail. Join my communication class. And when you join, I'm going to put you in my Relationship Academy free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 months, not 2 weeks, 2 months. Free. All right. Somebody said it works. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. That is all I got to say tonight. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. Oh, ask the questions, collect data. Thank you so much. Oh, you join my communication class. We're going to go deeper into that too. Y'all, it's going to help some people. Email me at coachkencanion at Gmail. And look, let's go to work. And then I'll set it up. And y'all, I don't want to talk about anything but the class. I don't want to talk about other stuff and all of that, coach, because I need you to be focused. But when you get me as your coach, you're going to get results. I'm glad that book helped you. You almost wasted your time. Now imagine if you had me in person. Imagine if you had me 24/7 to teach you. Okay? Imagine. I'm just saying, y'all. All right, y'all. That's my time. I'm about to get off. I normally don't stay on here ranting like this. But I just felt like somebody needed it. All right, y'all. Peace.